Buying and selling of the Tata Tech stock has been barred in the unlisted markets ahead of the IPO on 22nd November. Since this is the first IPO from the Tata stable to hit the markets in 20 years, there is a great deal of excitement. But what's disappointed several analysts is a freeze on buying and selling in the unlisted markets. Effectively, this translates into one thing. Those who couldn't buy or sell the stocks in the unlisted markets until 13th November, the date when trading was suspended, will now have to wait until the IPO to be able to trade the stock. If you're wondering what are unlisted markets and how to trade a stock in the unlisted markets, hold on, we will explain both concepts in this video and give you some crucial details about the IPO as well. The trading activity was suspended after Tata Tech filed its red herring prospectus on 13th November. Before we talk about what are unlisted markets, let's first understand what's that. Also known as an offer document, the red herring prospectus is an extensive document that every company going for IPO files with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. This document contains information regarding the public issue proposed by the company. It also includes extensive details regarding the company and its business. SEBI goes through these documents thoroughly and ensures that declarations made by the company are true. Once SEBI is convinced of the authenticity of the RHP, it gives its approval for the proposed public issue. Tata Tech filed its RHP on 13th November. It is since that day trading the stock has been suspended in the unlisted markets. Now let's try to understand what are unlisted markets and how can you buy or sell shares in it. The first thing you need to understand is what are unlisted shares. Unlisted shares are those stocks of a company that are not listed on the stock exchanges. These shares are traded over the counter between two people who know each other or through a broker who deals in unlisted securities through demat accounts. Some examples of unlisted shares include shares provided by companies seeking an IPO or pre-IPO shares, delisted shares, ESOP shares, and shares held by group shareholders of private companies. Since an IPO from the Tata Group is coming after 2 decades, the market is reasonably excited about it. But the suspension of trading in unlisted markets has left several analysts Mint spoke with disappointed. And the reason behind the disappointment is the fact that freeze in the trading in the unlisted markets 10 days ahead of the IPO is not standard practice. And this means that buying and selling the stock will only be possible on and after 22nd November. Tata Tech IPO price band has been fixed in the range of 475 to 500 rupees per equity share or face value rupees 2. Ahead of the IPO, Tata Motors, which holds more than 70% of Tata Tech equity, posted rupees 3,700 crores in profit for the September quarter.